6 cents out of a nickel thought of the day. Hi, today I'm talking to you from my car because, quite frankly, the day is getting away from me really fast, and it's about an hour and a half before this episode goes live. I want to talk about exercises you can do to develop emotional and mental resiliency. This exercise helps no matter whether you're trying to cure your fear of spiders, whether you're trying to quit smoking, whatever it is you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to do, this actually ends up working. It's a technique you can do very easily by yourself. You don't need any special tools. You don't need to buy any special equipment. It's just you and the world. Now let's first of all try to understand why some people are resilient and other people aren't. Some people do have a natural talent for it, that's true, but oftentimes people who are resilient actually end up having childhoods that have nurtured that. So, when you're small, you make little mistakes, and they're little mistakes because they're being overseen by a parent. Parent's not going to let you make any huge and major mistakes. So you make the little mistakes that have very low consequences, and that's where you learn. You learn just about every lesson in life, starting off with low stakes risks, and then you work your way up to from the childhood risks to the more adult risks. And this is something that, maybe you didn't have that kind of a childhood. Maybe you didn't have parents who would nurture that. Maybe your childhood was too busy, worrying about survival. Or maybe there was abuse in your childhood, or whatever the case may be, whatever reason it was that you didn't get to learn those low stakes, take those low stakes risks and learn those low stakes lessons, you can still pick it up as an adult. I'm going to use an example of fear of spiders. You want to get over your fear of spiders. So the first thing you have to do is figure out the lowest risk environment that you can start at. So be in the same room with a spider. That might be a big thing for you, or slowly increase your proximity to the spider, and eventually, get to the point where you can actually maybe touch the spider and just let it crawl on you, and then you can end up taking it outside. But by starting slow and working your way up, that's a great way of building that resiliency and getting over your fear of spiders. Just like quitting smoking. Quitting smoking is actually really, really simple. All the companies that make the gums and the patches and all the creams and whatnot, they want you to think that it's hard, but really it's not. Whenever you have a craving for a cigarette, delay that. So you can delay it once, and then you can delay it twice the next time around, and increase your intervals between cigarettes. And eventually, you're just not going to want them at all. You're going to be able to, you'll be, smoking one cigarette a day, and you'll be able to forego that. And then once you've foregone it for a day, or 2 days, or 3 days, or 5 days, it just snowballs from there. Therapists actually have a name for this technique. It's called exposure therapy. Where you expose yourself to certain stimuli that you may be afraid of, or you may not be able to handle or control, and just slowly increase the intensity of that until you get to a point where you can handle it, you can control it, and it doesn't interfere with your daily life. But what it's called, or any technical terms that are used for it, aren't really all that important. What's important is you start off slow, and you can tackle the problem in increments, and it will take time, but you'll be able to do it. You can break it up into as many steps as you need to make the transition between each step comfortable, and you can take as long as you need to. There's no time limit. Rick Hansen was somebody who wheeled his wheelchair from one end of Canada to the other end, and he was asked, how were you able to do such a feat? And his response was, well, I just took it one telephone pole at a time. And that's the way you have to do with these types of things. You one step at a time, and eventually you will get there. Anyhow, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for more content. Thank you very much. Until next time.